Back when the World Wide Web was new, the main question on everybody's lips was, who is going to put data on the web for free? Fast forward to today and we have fantastic websites of distributed authorship, a consistent tone, like Wikipedia, DBpedia and GeoNames. There are amazing achievements, and there's knowledge and information and wisdom, and you can find out literally anything. Previously, before this, companies would have to have their own content management systems and their own fact checkers. They didn't have access to this sort of knowledge, this repository literally of human knowledge. But now, because of these sites, big corporations like the BBC can potentially use the whole of the internet as a content management system. And this approach is because you go and look at your trusted websites. This is known as collaboration without cooperation. It doesn't take massive amounts of effort to maintain all of these sites, because you can't maintain everything. You just trust that these communities of people are providing it for you. And this is brilliant. Potentially you can pull data from everywhere and make a big data mashup and find out whatever you need to know. It's absolutely potentially so powerful, because data and information has always been viewed as powerful. It is the one thing that gives you market advantage, in business, and it is truly a special thing. But there is a downside. When it comes to us humans, we can look at certain amounts of data and semantically know what it means. The semantics of something is easy for us. We know intuitively, and we can see relationships, and we know what we could be looking for. When it comes to a computer, it's very difficult for a computer to understand semantically data. Previously, web crawling used to work just by pattern matching words, look for similar words. But now we've got to the point where we want to crawl semantically, so we look for meaning. So people have been working on the semantic web for a while, and marking up data with machine-friendly tags so that machines would understand it. Of course, there is no standard format, so while you're fusing your data, you will run across the problem of data in the wild. You don't know what formats it's in, and you don't know how to interpret it. And so this has led to difficulties in producing a web of data that can help everybody, because sometimes you come across dirty data, that's what it's called, and your computer will interpret it, and it'll turn out that this data is not meant to be interpreted in that way. This is the classic line in AI for natural parsing language is the classic line, brilliant, fruit flies like a banana. You can interpret that several ways, and it is a problem today still. So how to get around this in your web of data, your semantic web, is that you mark it all up, and the web standards people have put out guidelines of how to mark up your data, so you can semantically create data that's meaningful for everybody, and your data fusion comes together. This is going to take time and effort to do, because there's already stacks of data out there, because when we first all got online, we were all excited about sharing pictures and images and PDFs, and we didn't care too much about how a computer would do it. And so this is the next step. Semantics is where it's at. It's what something actually means, before we get onto semiotics, which is how we create meaning from these things. But it's a very exciting time. Semantic data, the web of data, it's the most exciting time ever. We have limitless knowledge at our fingertips for the first time in history, because traditionally we would guard our knowledge in libraries, and now everybody everywhere potentially can access everything. But how to do that technically and efficiently and accurately, because of the lack of standards, is still a problem that we're working on, and hopefully we can get that sorted so everybody will feel all powerful. Yay.